I do believe that our system of policing is fundamentally irredeemable. I think we have to uproot it. We have to dismantle it. I'm someone who is a lawmaker now, but in the summer of 2020, I was arrested 14 times protesting police brutality right here outside this Capitol where I now have an office. This is going to happen again until we have a systemic change of our system of policing. I think we have a system that always tries to make excuses for Black death. They try and make excuses to blame those who are victimized by police brutality and to divert attention from the system. And so I think that is partly to blame, but also I want to say that as those who identify as progressive, we have a responsibility not to fall into these easy solutions. I have colleagues who want to fall into these same solutions of more diverse police forces, more training. That's not the solution. That's not going to save people. What's going to save people is to really remove police from these interactions like pretextual traffic stops. What's going to save people is accountability. What's going to save people is to remove these militarized police departments from our communities. That's what's going to save people, not having more Black faces on the face of a white supremacist system, even body cameras, because what's happening we're seeing is that we're seeing the videos, but obviously it's not stopping them from committing these acts because there's something in the system of policing that even with a camera on them, they still think they can commit these acts and that they're above the law. And that's what we have to change, is this mindset that a badge and a gun make you someone above the law. That is what people have been tricked into believing. Seeing these officers laughing after their action, I think that was one of the most despicable things in that video, was to see how they laughed. And that showed me that there's something in the system that they've done this before, number one, that they've abused someone's rights before, and that they didn't think anything was going to happen to them, that they just thought that they were going to be okay. And the thing is, if Tyre would not have died, if he was just brutalized and was living, he would be in a jail right now trying to fight to have his story told. That police report that we read from the Memphis PD was very different from what we saw with our own eyes on that video. And so we have to stop treating police like their word is fact, because time and time again, we see that it's not. And in fact, it's the opposite. And it's part of the cover-up. And so I think we need to question the system, and we have to remove our support from a system that continues to be weaponized against Black, brown, and poor communities. I have bills to remove qualified immunity from police. I have legislation to remove these militarized equipment from these police forces. Everything that we can do to rein in these police forces. And ultimately, what we have to do is expand the definition of public safety. It's not just more police in prisons, but it is investing in our community. It's making sure that public safety includes the safety of Black people who are just trying to get home, as Tyre was. That's not public safety. That is public terror. That is public abuse. That is public trauma. I hope that the bills that I've introduced will force a conversation. We cannot miss this moment. The world is looking at the state here in Tennessee as to how we respond. Like I told my colleagues, we had a moment of silence, but what we need is a moment of action. And so I hope that these bills will force people of conscience to act and offer more than thoughts and prayers, but offer something that is not only our political responsibility as elected officials, but our moral responsibility to try and keep our people safe, and to make sure that no other son or daughter, no more Black community members who are unarmed are brutalized and massacred and lynched so that they become a hashtag, but that they can live their lives.